All right, good morning, traders. Hope everyone's having a pretty good morning so far. So, looking at the overall gappers this morning, do have kind of one play at the moment. VIVE. I do like this one on VIVE if price action volume can confirm on this play. So, what do we got here on VIVE? We have a stock with SSR on. Do have a high institutional amount of ownership. So we have over 60. We have 68% here, so over that 30% number that I like to see for. If you look at the filings, you do have some recent insider buying. Goldman Sachs did buy some shares. Do have a micro float. I think the float's a little bit higher than we're seeing there. Some traders are telling me that it's now at 1.5 million. So that's the number I'm gonna go with. I know Yahoo has it at 400,000, but some traders are telling me it's around 1.5 million, over a million now. And looking at the intraday chart here, they have a pretty big sell-off, but I really like this reclaim. Like the volume bars I saw in this reclaim here on VIVE. Now we're holding a steady uptrend here, holding above the 72 and 89 EMA. A little bit of a pullback here, but we're still holding above that view up mark. I do have a small position on VIVE, nothing crazy. I do have a position at 553, holding 2,000 shares at the moment. What I'll be looking for this one, I'll be looking for two scenarios here for a setup. So before I even look for a setup, I have to meet criteria, and VIVE has met criteria for me for a long. So that's why I did take the pre-market long on it, because it did meet my criteria. So now looking for the market open, looking for two things. Look for a parabolic spike, a rejection, a pullback, holding of our support lines, and then some higher lows being formed and then reclaiming. So that'll be looking for on VIVE, or we could see a possible weak open, possibly down to $5. Some higher lows and a reclaim. So that's what I'll be looking for on VIVE. A parabolic move, a pullback down to our lines, and then some higher lows for a signal to get long on VIVE. And I always mention this every day, and I'll always repeat itself. Even though you may have a lot of bullish factors, a lot of things you may like, always wait for price action volume to confirm itself. For pre-market, I did get that confirmation for myself, kind of at my entry right now. But we have to make sure that it confirms also at the market open on VIVE. So kind of the deal with this one on VIVE this morning. But we'll be keeping an eye on this one for another play on it. Yeah, I got the $5 line mapped up, I got the 520 line mapped up, and then I have the high day mapped up. Yeah, the daily chart is pretty beat. Is pretty beat there on VIVE, but just barely trades any volume, so I'm not too worried about any sort of bag holders. Doesn't trade too much volume, and it's a micro float, so with the right volume, we could definitely see this thing spike on up this morning on VIVE. And the S1 I did have is no longer in effect. It's done. I've read the last press release. They did sell. They did sell here their shares. So there's no dilution there on VIVE. I look at bullish versus bearish factors, and I see the bullish factors outweighing the bearish. Another little concern is that it's not an easy to borrow stock. Center point. I don't have any shares to short. A little bit of a concern, but I still like a lot of things I'm seeing this morning on VIVE for a move. What's my stop? Stop loss will be below that like 530ish mark, and I can always look to re-enter. Yeah, OCGN. Yeah, we called that out, that bounce. I know IBS killed it in chat. That's his favorite setup. He loves playing those dead cat bounces. And we called that out yesterday in Discord chat. Richard, good morning. So we'll see, guys. You know, it's definitely a good chance, y'all. I'm gonna get stopped out of this. It definitely could be a good chance. You know, I'm fine with that. You know, I'm in small size right now. You know, I look to build a bigger position. You know, if we come down and break, and we bounce off 5, put in those higher lows, like I said, start to do some good volume, I'll look for a another entry on it with some more size. Another good thing I like, it's the only play right now. You know, VIVE, only play. So all the eyes are on this one. We don't have any other plays going on this morning. So, you know, most traders are probably going to be, you know, more focused on VIVE. And what does that do? It makes it more crowded. You know, better chance that you know, we could, you know, squeeze here. So you just have to wait and see. We have to gotta wait till open and wait and see. You know, how the volume and the price action looks, and we can go from there. You know, if you're not in right now, I'd say getting in now is a little bit risky, a little bit riskier getting in right now. You know, I got in up here, like right around this 840 ish mark. Was looking for a squeeze over 6. You know, I didn't get it. That was my original plan on that first trade. Didn't get it, but still holding because my stop hasn't hit. You guys just have to trust in your setup. You know, once they come, you know, you gotta hit hard on them. So once I see price action volume confirm and my the chart pattern sets up for me, I'm gonna hit hard on it. You know, JMU's been moving. Not really seeing anything here in pre-market, but this is a former runner on JMU. Chinese play. You know, hopefully get some action. Hopefully VIVE could, you know, spark this market. You know, I'm sure even short sellers wouldn't be complaining either. You know, unless you're in the play, because, you know, how does the market heat back up? You know, we get a big runner. That's, you know, that's how the market's gonna heat up. We need a stock to run, you know, $5, $6, $7. That's gonna bring a lot of hype into the market, and that's gonna create some more runners. So we need that one big play to spark up this market, and that's how the chain will start. And then you'll see more and more plays. Going on, bike? RRC? Let me see. RRC, not really seeing that one on the gappers. Let me see. See, that one does have a big float there, 250 million. Short float's pretty high, though, 32%. JE was a nice play yesterday. I know Trading Pennies nailed that one. I know Dennis called it out on the stream yesterday. This turned out to be a really nice play. You get this nice ABCD pattern, and we went parabolic. RON here, a little bit of a pop. Higher, a little bit higher in float at 75 million. Salty, thank you for the heads up. If you guys ever see, potential chat pumps, just call them out. And it's pretty funny. That's someone's reasoning for looking for a trade. Looks like a good turnaround. It's pretty funny in my opinion. I have at least 10 reasons why I like this for a long. You should have multiple reasonings for getting in long or short. Not just one reason. Not just because the chart's overextended to the upside. That shouldn't be your only reason for getting in a trade. Same thing with the stock's super oversold and it has to bounce. Those aren't good enough reasons to get in the trade. Alright, so we got 4 minutes. Pretty excited. Yeah, me too, Stop Block. I really hope we get a nice move here. Norbert, I will be looking for longs only. No shorts on VIVE. This is too much on my bullish scale. So, when that happens, I don't even borrow shares. I don't even have shares to borrow either. OCGN, yeah, I can bring it up for you. For some reason, the statistics aren't coming up here. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. It's not coming up for that ticker, unfortunately. Alright, so 3 minutes. Yeah, it's possible. That's possible. What's going on there? It's probably too new and just not updated yet. A lot of times you do see like this morning pop and a rejection. So considering on how the how I'm reading the price action here, it may look to sell into a morning pop, and then just re-enter if it sets back on up. But I do think we should see some sort of squeeze. If we get over the pre-market highs, we should see over $6. If we're having trouble holding over 6, then I'll look to take. But I didn't load up that big position that I want just yet. It was a pre-market trade. So you guys have some other watches? Yeah, for me, just this VIVE. This is the only play I'm watching today. Only play I'm watching. Alright, check out RONE, and then I'm gonna. Actually, I'm sorry. We don't really have time for that. The market's about to open. Apologize. Alright, we are open here. So, getting this morning push on VIVE. Let's see. Having a little trouble here at this 567 mark. Could see a rejection. Let's see if 550s are going to base or it's going to pull. See a little indecision on the level 2 here. You guys are seeing that little bit of indecision here. Hasn't picked a direction just yet. We got to break over that 580 mark for this squeeze. Nice volume starting to move in now. Wow, the bids pulled pretty hard there. Didn't like that. So the bids pulled all the way back to 530, the 550s there. So let's see if 550 is going to base. Did put in a little upper shadow there. And I didn't like how we were at the 580s, a key point there. And the bid just pulled pretty hard there. Didn't like that. But let's see. Support did hold. 550 did hold there. If we break down to like this 550 line, we could definitely see a big wash. So. Alright, so kind of doing what I said a little bit. It had that morning pop, rejected, and now we're pulling back, so. So let's see if we could reclaim here on some good volume. If we get this morning move off the open, we're going to have to hold 550 and start the base. If not, we start to trade under it. We could see lower. We could see 520s. I'm still holding a 553 average on it for my pre-market trade. Let me switch to scanners real quick. Alright, so here we go, 560s. Let's see how the volume looks. See if we could break over this 580 mark. You can see once again, you know, some trouble. You can see we're putting in a lot of upper shadows here. So we are having some overhead selling pressure. And a pretty hard stuff there on VIVE. So pretty choppy price action so far on VIVE. You know, pretty choppy both sides. You could see, you know, each pop being sold into, each dip being bought up. We did see this on a you know, recent play as well. So a little bit on the choppier side. So on a play like this, you just really want to trust in your stop. Just trust in your stop. Once your stop hits, you know, get out of the play. All right, let's see. You know, big volume coming in here, coming up to 580, and once again, you know, we did have some big volume come in there, and once again that 580 mark, you know, held on up. So very choppy action. So here we go, another 580 test, another 580 test. Stock block, you know, that could be a good option. You know, if I wasn't in now, I'd probably be looking for that as well, stock block. If you want to be more aggressive on it, you could risk off the lows. So let's see, boom, there we go. Over pre-market highs, let's see if we get this push. You want to see the bid start to hold down 570s. You know, we don't want to keep coming back down to 550s, 560s. You want to see 570s now hold strong on the bid. And big bidder there. I sort of spotted a big bidder there in the 570s. You guys see there 575 holding some there. You have a bidder there. You see the pace on the level 2 has changed a little bit. You're seeing, you know, more velocity, more action on the tape. This is good price action. I'm liking this price action I'm seeing now on VIVE. A much better price action now. See if you get this $6 break. Could go parabolic over 6. Let's see. Here we go. Over 6. Nice. VIVE. Let's see if 6 could bid hold here. If not, you know, I'm going to have to lock in half my position here. If 6 can't bid hold here. Alright, locked in half of my position here. Did lock in half at this 591 mark. You know, could definitely get over 6, but I just want to lock in half there to be safe. Alright, and there we go. They're back over. But the bids, you know, you don't want to see the bid struggling over 6. This thing could definitely pull back, you know, trap some more shorts, then squeeze. So right there, you know, 553 was my average. You know, sold some at 591, and boom, there we go, over 6. You know, 610 now. So beautiful job on VIVE here. Nice salty 2 small winners for you. Nice finally got some action, Finally got some action, I'm really excited. I didn't have a big position that I would have liked, but, I'm perfectly fine with that. And all this is, guys, just trusting in your setup. I've done my research. I've been doing this for a while, and when I see a good setup, I see all the factors line on up. I'm gonna pounce on it. I'm gonna pounce on it. I'm letting my rest ride here. Some micro float here has some big potential, so I'm still gonna hold on to some shares. See if we get this parabolic move on up. It's been a while since we had a big squeezer. Short's been really comfy in this market lately, so it's about freaking time that that sentiment changes a little bit here. There we go. Nice job. You guys are banking. It's a fun morning. Let's go. Here we go. 620s. Let's keep going, VIV. Let's make us some more money. 630s. Getting pretty crazy here on VIV. Loving it. We halted here? Looked for a second there. We were halted. Alright, so I just locked in a little bit more here, guys. We are getting pretty crazy here, 620s. So locked in a little bit more. Holding some small, a little bit of small size position here now. Nice, Casper. You guys are killing it. 630s now. Here we go. 640s. The IVE beasting this morning. This is awesome, guys. It's been a while since we had some good action. I'm hyped. We put on another level 2. Maybe get some sympathy runners. The IVE to 8. Hey, guys, you never know. You never really know, guys. With these micro floats, these high institutional ownerships, these plays can get pretty nutty. SSR on 2. That's why I like this play so much this morning. I saw a lot of traders sleeping on it, in Discord chat. But for me, this meant, a lot of criteria in the books. IBS and Chad swung this last night in the 480s. He's freaking killing it. Let me put another level 2 up here. So for me, honestly, it's not even that big of a winner for me. But I'm just really happy we have a play this morning, and I'm happy executed well. Stuck to my game plan. Met all my criteria that I like in a long trade, and just nailed it. It makes me happy. More than the actual P&L itself. We put another level 2 on the bottom here. Let's see, what do we got? RBCN? Sympathy play, maybe? No. RBCN. Let's see, Casper. Yeah. Yeah, man. It just gets me fired up. I love trading. I love stock trading. I love when the market's hot. It fires me up, dude. Soon, this is fall. It's October 1st, baby. Let's go. It's about that time. It's fall time. It's winter time. This is the time where you want to be trading. This is the time where you want to be going hard. And especially we get a play like VIVE that offers a great, opportunity for us, to make some money on it. Dreambox. No need to talk about poker, man, when we got stocks to talk about. Nothing better than that, right? You know, nothing better than talking about stocks. And I'm gonna keep getting fired up. Keep getting these hot plays, these big time runners. I'm gonna freaking bank. And I'll be spotting them out. And I'll be calling it out to you guys. As I see it. Nice, Salty. You're back in. Yeah, good for some scalps too. Like I see a bunch of you guys scalping it. I'm holding like 500 shares. I'm holding like a baby size position right now. I locked in most of my gains on it. For anyone new tuning into the stream today, we do this every day. Monday through Friday live. Put up the scans right around 8:45 ish, and we go to about 11, 10:30, 11. We go about for the morning trading session, and then after that you have a free Discord chat. Links down below in the description. So if you guys aren't in the Discord chat already, go check it out. All right, I'm gonna take off the last size here. I already met my target on it. If I had more size, I would have left a good portion to run, to be honest, because I think this play has some big potential. I think it really does. But I'm gonna take off the rest of it there. My target's met. It wasn't the biggest winner for me, at least. I made just under $1,000 on it. But like I said, I'm just super psyched that we have a play this morning, and executed well on the trade. So that makes me more happy. The execution on the trade, rather than the overall P&L. So great way for me to start off my October. So I'm super hyped. Yeah, Corey, and sorry to hear about that. You know, all I could say is learn from the mistake. Stick to your setups. Wait for your lines. It's really all I could say. Just you learn from every single trade, a winning trade or a losing trade. You learn from it, and just take that away with you into your trading now. Don't chase. You see what happens when you chase. Buying breakouts. I don't recommend buying breakouts. Very risky. Recommend sticking and buying at support, selling at resistance. You saw me. Where was I selling? I was selling 630s. I was selling in the 630s. You don't want to be buying in the 630s when I'm selling, and you have all smart money selling at 630s. So yes, it could run 650s, 660s, but I'm kind of playing with fire there. For me, I'm using Center Point Securities. Do have a few other brokers, but that's the one I'm rolling with right now. That's my main day trading broker I use. Got Plague. We got seeing some former runners, seeing some low floats pop on up. Finally, have a freaking stock on float rotation. I feel like that scanner's been been dead forever. Let's see, JE moving. This thing's been halted for a while now. Should open up soon. Nice, JE. I was like, yeah, called this out for swing potential yesterday. We saw the higher lows being formed. Saw the nice breakout over 2. Has a nice gap to fill. And this is a good one. I said this could be a good swing trade the other day on JE. And, it made a fantastic move. So if you guys right now are like, I want to get into VIVE, I think it's still going to make a move, what should you be looking at right now? So you got to be looking at your lines. So looking at the lines right now, you have 550. 550 is a natural support line. Every 25 cents is a support line. So it's going to be your next line at this 550 mark on VIVE. Currently, support right now currently is at this 590 mark. That's current support. So I'm saying if we do crack that line, you do want to be looking for right around the 550 line on VIVE. And I would probably say like the backside line, probably between like $5.20, $5. But I'd kind of want to see this 550 line hold, maybe 520s. So right now I'm just going off the line, just looking at the lines, and that's what you want to look at. Use the lines as your guide. Support and resistance lines are better than any indicators, in my opinion. So I would say, look at this 550 on a pullback, and here it is. So again, this pullback, 570s now. So we'll see if you want to risk off this line, like. You could. Maybe you think it's going to come down a little lower, 520s, and we really don't know how far it's going to come down. So yeah, this is where I say, would be kind of the short trap area. Wait for it to base a little, consolidate, then put in a higher lows. Always the safest option. Trying to time the dips, pretty challenging. I mean, you could do it. And I sometimes I'll try to do it myself, but it could be really challenging trying to time the bottom of this move here. Coming down to this 550 line, see how it reacts. See if we see any soaking on the bid side. See if it tries to hold this 550 line or not. So pulling pretty hard here, just cracked 550. Now coming down to like 520. So wow, this is creating a lot of bags now. This is kind of this. How is this a def drop? I wouldn't say it's a def drop, but it's kind of close to a def drop. And I don't really like seeing a wash like this. I kind of like to see maybe a gradual, slow decline, not something aggressive like this. Does scare some traders, So honestly, I probably wouldn't be looking for a bounce at this point. I'd probably be waiting for higher lows and a reclaim maybe of like $6, maybe 580s. So that could be an option, waiting for those higher lows to be formed, waiting for a base, waiting for a bottom. So right now, bids at 550. You'll see if 550s hold. Kind of see we cracked it a tiny bit there, but now we're over 550. No, this play is not over yet. Definitely not over yet. And this is how short traps form. We have shorts thinking it's over. They start short and heavy here, and they get smoked. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, it's possible. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but these are how massive squeeze form. Especially when you have a play that lines up on all your criteria for a good long. Short traps, very, very, very well, not likely. I wouldn't say that. It's very possible to happen. You know. I always say this IO is very tricky. You have big hands, playing around, and when you have big money playing around, you definitely could have a squeeze. Casper, thank you, man. Thanks. So we wouldn't want to see this happen so soon. I mean, it's possible. You can see we're starting to base a little at this 550 line that I drew in there. And we want to see this happen over time. You don't want to see it happen at 10 o'clock. I'd probably say maybe 10:15, 10:30ish would be much better. Yeah, just accumulate more short sellers. Trap them in here and squeeze them out. That's what we want to see here. Well, we want to see 550s base. We want to see it start the base 550s. Guys, I'm getting a phone call right now, so maybe a few minutes. So I'll be right back. Hopefully, this doesn't squeeze without me. If it does, great job for you guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to take a quick call. Lots happened since I left. So VIVE here. Excuse me. Cracked pretty much all our lines, and it now. Sorry, guys. Still a little bit of throat pain, but much better. VIVE. At its last line here. It's its last life here. $5. That last line we have here. So far it's cracked over our lines here. I would have liked to have seen it, hold 550, maybe 520ish, but now kind of cracking a lot, and now it creates a lot of baggage overhead. You're gonna have a lot of longs who are stuck at higher levels who are now gonna look to sell into pops, and you're gonna have short sellers looking to short into pops. So to make it a little bit more difficult. So if this could ever, you know, squeeze, it would be a pretty crazy move, and I think it'd have to happen, maybe in the afternoon or maybe late this morning session. It's gonna have to slowly build on up higher lows and reclaim like this 596 level for a squeeze. And it could take some time. You want it to take some time. You don't want it to just shoot up all of a sudden. And do that. The odds of that happening are pretty unlikely, but I've seen crazy thing happen before. But just like I said, it would take some time. It would be better if it took some time. This thing's been halted forever. This must have not been a volatility halt. RBCN. Sorry if you guys hear noise in the background. It's my dog eating a bone. Sorry about that. You guys had spies dumping. A little bit of a pullback there on the SPY coming out of these lows. So we'll see, if this could, hold on up, and that's why it's always good to take profits along the way, my last exit was like 630s. I pretty much timed the top of the run. It wasn't intentional. I didn't know it was gonna top there, but I was just selling into strength. Broke $6. 620, 630s, and I took profits up there. Get out of here. Kevin, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. So, if you guys are, in VIVE, I'd probably say you have a stop below $5, and, you're going to want to see it start to, hold 520s, hold 530s, start to build some higher lows, like I mentioned. But overall, I'm pretty happy. We finally got to play. We had some action today. That's a start, right, guys? We have some action today. At least we're not, and I don't mind it, but we're not talking about poker today because it's so slow. Talking about stocks, we actually have some plays on our hands today, and it's a good start to October. It's a good start to October, and I'm definitely looking forward for the rest of October. See how it is. Historically, October's been a pretty hot month for small caps from my experience. So hopefully that trend continues. All right, I'm back. And guys, also all my entries and exits will be posted in Discord. Right after this stream, I'm gonna post it in the Discord chat so you guys can see. I'm not making this stuff up in my head. I'm actually taking real trades, real exits, real entries. And if you guys want my P&L, I could also shoot that over in the Discord as well. All right. Okay, how do you set your lines? So yeah, I mean, you know, just kind of looking at these key levels. Looking at key levels. So you could see here, I put in the 590 line right after I saw it made a double bottom here, and it was kind of near that, that initial pre-market high, that 580 mark. So you can kind of see it was holding that 580 mark too. So common consensus, you see, double bottom here at 590. So I drew a 590 line in there. So that was support at the moment up there. And then it's looking at here, you see a lot of structure here, a lot of volume traded here in the 550s, kind of bounced here, and 550 is the natural support line. Every 25 cents is a natural support line, just a mental thing. So I drew a 550 line in there, and then 525, like I said, every 25 cents, and then I drew a 5 line in. All right, so VIVE, curling a little bit here. Like I said, going to be a little bit tougher. We're going to have some overhead supply. We're going to have some longs who are stuck. You have to lock in into pops. So we'll see. Looking at the chart here, kind of see put in a higher low. But we still got ways to go here on VIVE for any sort of long signal. And we're going to need much better volume than that to, squeeze. You're going to have to see like a 300K bar, come on in here on VIVE. If you guys really like VIVE, I mean, you could risk off the 5 line if you want. A little bit riskier. Personally, I'm not. Yeah, I'm sure we have some shorts covering down here, So right now it's 10-10. Maybe the next like 20-30 minutes we get something on VIVE. A lot of things happen around like 10:30, 11. Not sure why, but a lot of times we do see some squeezers happen around that time. I know for me, I don't like holding a short position past 10:30, especially into lunch. Let's see what else we got going on. See if we have any other plays on our hands. Any other movers. RYAM. Light volume, but nice uptrend. Holding its gains here. HTGM, light volume. So you can see we have a lot of light volume across the board. A lot of light volume. VIVE is the only stock, I think, above 1 million in volume for small caps. So even if VIV it doesn't get this reclaim and spike on up, I still think it was overall good day for October. Good day, October 1st, got a nice little move on her hands. So There's a little rejection right there. Did reject into that pop there on VIVE. Definitely a sign of weakness right there. It couldn't hold 525s. So kind of making this bouncy ball thing. I call it like the bouncy ball. After we get a huge drop on down, get a pop, and we start to curl downwards. Kind of like the opposite, how like we curl upwards. It's a bullish sign. Slowly starting to curl downwards now and kind of make that bouncy ball move. I say like that because eventually the ball will keep dribbling, and then it'll crack. So, kind of forming that pattern right there. So we definitely see this thing crack $5 on VIVE. There it is. There it is, the bouncy ball. Stop losses are hit now. If you're long, I would say, maybe consider closing up your position here. I know I would be, if I was looking for a bounce. Crack $5 there. Now it's no longer front side, on the back side of the move. People may have said backside would have been 550, or 520. To be safe, $5 was backside in my opinion. So, looks like it's a wrap for VIVE. But like I said, I'm happy. Obviously I'm not happy for those who lost. But, I think it's a good sign for this market. We finally had a mover today, October 1st. We had some good volume. It's good signs for, looking forward for the rest of the week. And this was good on both sides, good on the long side and good on the short side. Yeah, I would agree. I would say, this thing has a good chance of going red. You have a lot of bag holders. Have a lot of longs who are stuck, who are, still holding a higher position. SNNA, really a cheap one there. I don't love playing these cheap ones that much, 30 cents, but it looks like it's up a good amount, 70%. Check out the chart. Yeah, nice uptrend here, doing good volume. Yeah, I'm sure it has some sort of news catalyst going for it. Does have a gap to fill to like 51 cents here. Does have a little bit of a gap there. So I'm sure if you guys like these cheap ones, this definitely could be a play for you on SNNA. Alright, so 10:16 right now. Things slow down a bit now. Action's kind of dying off a little bit. So if you guys have any questions for me, I'll be happy to answer them. Any questions about my trades or any trading things in general, I don't mind answering them. Bike. I'll transfer you the sensu bean, and I'll give you a little bit of my my energy here for you to recover. It's all jokes. All jokes. DBZ reference if you guys don't know. Hey Brian, yeah, I use hotkeys. I try not to use them too much. But I do use them. Like for example, my pre-market entry on VIVE, I did use a hotkey to get in there, and I'll mostly use them to exit my trades. I like using limit orders for my entries. but occasionally I will use hotkeys to enter. But for exits, yeah, most of the time my exits are hotkeys, and I'll use limit orders too. Any trading rules you follow or guidelines? Yeah, Kevin, I did make a video on my trading process, so if you want to go check out that video, I made it like 2 weeks ago. You could go on our channel, and it's called The Trading Process, and you could watch. It's basically goes over my daily process, everything I do behind the scenes, and it also goes over a process for a newbie trader. And as far as like guidelines, I mean, you know, I could go on for that. About my trading guidelines. There's just so much to explain. I would probably I'd probably make a video on that. It would take a while to really go over all my guidelines. Yeah, Philip. That's a great point. I could definitely see why. I probably would have been in the same boat as you, Philip. Seeing these upper shadows, a little bit scary. It's a little bit of a indecision sign right there. Seeing these upper shadows and you're seeing these lower wicks, kind of like a 50-50 right there. But I wasn't from a pre-market entry, so I was able to hold, and I had a lower stop loss, and it never hit my 530 stop, so I held on to it. But I could definitely understand why you guys avoided it. That's perfectly fine. As long as you stuck to your rules, you did a good thing. Shadow, it's just a wick on the body of the candle. So you see the candle here. I'll pull it up on E-Trade a little bit more clear. So if you're looking at the candle right here, you can see you have this upper wick shadow, kind of a bearish candle right there. You can see it had this like lower tail here, bullish candle. It's a buying candle right there. So just some candle analysis. Those are the candles I'll really care about. I'll care about like an upper wick, or I'll care about like a lower wick. I pay attention to those, and a doji star also. I mean, those are like the three candles stick patterns I kind of take into like some price action reading. It's fine, guys. I say this every day. There's no, if you didn't trade, it's nothing wrong with that. You did a good thing. You stuck to your rules. You were patient. You were disciplined. Nothing wrong with that. For me, I saw a good setup today, and I tacked. I made money on it, and it was a good trade for me. And looking forward, things, this could be the start of the market changing. Hotter times. Yeah, I say this: no trade day is a good day if you stuck to your rules. That's how I like to say it. I mean, I wouldn't even say, if you have a red day and you stuck to your rules and you took a good setup, just didn't go in your way, it's not a bad day. It's not a bad day. If I took a loss today on VIVE, wouldn't be a bad day for me. I took a good setup, stuck to my rules, and I had a red day. So, nothing you could do about that. It's a part of trading. You're not going to win 100% of the time, and you just got to move on. Even a green day. Sometimes a green day could be bad. If you broke your rules and you got lucky, maybe you chased and you made money. It's not a good day in my books. Not a good day. You know. If I bought VIVE long at 6:30, I mean, let's say at like 6:20, and I sold at 6:40. Looking back when I journal my day, it wasn't a good day. It wasn't a good day. What I do? I broke my rules. I didn't take a good setup. I got lucky. That's not a good day for me. I won't be okay with that. All right, so it's 10:23 right now. Probably give the stream another maybe like 10, 15 more minutes. Looks like action's died down. So I'll probably wrap it up in the next 10, 15 minutes. I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's stream. If you're new to the stream, appreciate if you don't mind giving me a sub and turning that notification bell on. Every time I go live, it will notify you. And if you're not already, check out our Discord chat, 100% free. We have over, we have over like 1,300 traders now. So pretty crazy how many traders we have over in the Discord chat now. I'm not sure if David, if you're listening, sorry I didn't get back to your email. I did see it. I'll get back to you today on the on your email. Yeah, you guys can call me Nick or host. Doesn't matter. I mean, you can call me Nick. That's my name. Um, yeah, we had this discussion a little while ago. It will be a lot for me giving away. My strategy. It's a hard work. I put 3 years into creating my own strategy, my own playbook. I don't know if I want to give all that away. I'm giving you guys a lot of value. I'm giving you tons of hints, every day. But maybe I'll give you like one strategy I use. I don't want to give away all my strategies and all my playbooks. I mean, you guys watch the stream every day. You guys could kind of get some hints. I post every single chart. You guys could go back and look in Discord. I have every single chart I've took, so you guys can see some clues. I have I have some patterns I have in Discord. I have my WTS pattern in there, so you guys can look at all those charts and you guys can kind of see and make an inference for yourself on my strategies and setups. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to come across like an ass, but there's certain things I want to keep to myself a little bit, but I'm more than welcome to do other videos. And a lot of it's not rocket science, guys. It's not. A lot of people overthink trading. I think it's like some sort of crazy mathematical problem. It's really not. A lot of it's just reacting. Going off your setups. Just looking at the factors behind the trade. Looking at the 68% institutional, the low float, insider buying, making an inference for yourself. Creating a thesis, waiting for price action volume to confirm, and then attack. That's really it. It's just, and of course it's gonna take some some time. Not gonna be able to learn it overnight. It's gonna take some hard work, some dedication, a lot of studying, tracking. Every day, I'm tracking my setups. I have a whole book of all my setups, all my trades I've taken. That's the extra work. If you watch the process video I made, I mention it in there. It's gonna take a lot of work. Just outside of being here for the morning session. It's not enough. You gotta put in the extra hours, the study time, tracking. all that stuff's gonna contribute and mold you into a profitable trader. And that's dedication. That's real dedication right there. Ricky waking up at 3 a.m. on the West Coast every day. It's incredible, man. Big shout out to Ricky, guys. Big shout out. Shalina, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Yeah, I did not get here from pure luck. I worked for it. I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed, going out on Friday nights, putting in studying time. During the weekdays, friends hit me up. Guys, gotta do some studying, gotta get my work in, and all of it paid off. It paid off. I'm here now. Most of my friends are in college partying. I'm here. Full time day trader. I'm just making money here. I'm doing what I enjoy. So, just enjoying it. Yeah, Dreambox, I see you here every day. I definitely see the dedication and the hard work you're putting in. My first year was really difficult too. I had my first year was like a break even year for me. It didn't take till like my second year where I really started to pick back up and start to make consistent money in my second year. First year is definitely a challenging year. Without a doubt, I would say day trading, if you could do it profitably and consistently, I think it is like hands down one of the best jobs in the world. You could trade from anywhere in the world. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. And once you're done, obviously, you don't want to just. Obviously, you want to do some extra work after, but you pretty much have the day to yourself. It's like owning your own business. You do have some responsibility too. After you're done, you don't just want to go out and enjoy your day. Yeah, you could do that, but you still want to get in that study work. Get into the spreadsheets, the Excel, and start tracking and doing that extra work behind the scenes. The freedom comes with responsibility. All right, so it's 10:30 right now. I'll probably give it another few more minutes. And I'll wrap it up. Yeah, Dreambox, that mindset right there, man. Not everyone has that mindset, so it's special, and you could definitely make it with that mindset. All right, so another minute or two. See you later, too, Dreambox. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up too. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning into today's stream. I really appreciate the support from you guys. Every single day. I'll be in Discord chat. If you guys want to chat, you guys want to talk about anything, feel free to DM me. I'm gonna be around today, so feel free to DM me if you guys want to chat or you have any questions. So that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up now, and I'll be back at it again tomorrow. October 2nd. Hopefully the momentum can carry over tomorrow and we get some more plays on our hands. So looking forward for it, and that's gonna be it for me, guys. Peace.